The following is a representation of an entry to a flash fiction contest title, Three Pinkies and Soul by Douglas A. Gosselin. She came barefoot, boots in one hand, guitar case in the other, walking the shoulder of the highway like a widow looking for her husband's last words. To her right, the river of soul moved like a scar that never healed, cutting through cypress and bone grass. Folks didn't call it the soul, just soul, like it took some each time it swelled. Nobody stopped. Nobody ever did. The case was too big, the look in her eyes too quiet. Inside the lining, behind the photograph marked Pinky, was an envelope sealed in wax with the image of a skunk lifting its tail, a family crest if you squinted. Her last name used to mean something out here. Used to open doors, close wounds. Now it only opened the wrong jukebox. Dead Mare Crossing still stood, barely, arched over the river like it carried more than cars, held together by rust, memory, and one twisted length of exhaust pipe. Burned boards sagged where the bones forgot how to hold. That was where Pinky lit the match, said, "You only get one chance to mess with Pinky," and dropped flame into a pile of dried leaves beneath the beams. They all watched the fire take, didn't try to stop it. Some said the fiddle started before the flame, just one long scrape across the strings, like it was the river speaking. The lickin' nail sat just past the far end, nailed into the land like an apology. Paint peeled in curls. The sign slouched like it had given up. She pushed the door open. Inside, cracked mirror, duct-taped stool, bartender with the same blank face, polishing the same glass like time could be rubbed out. He didn't say her name, just nodded toward the back booth. 3 shot glasses sat in a line beside a napkin. 2 words in grease pencil, 3 Pinkies. She slid into the booth. Guitar case thudded against the vinyl seat. The jukebox clicked on by itself. Slow tune. Same one from the night they buried Dead Mare Crossing. The last time they saw the boy. The last time they heard Pinky's laugh. Then the door creaked open again. The figure didn't cast a shadow, not in the normal way. Carried a fiddle, sat across from her, said nothing. Then they pulled a matchbook from their coat, slid it across the table. It was from the lickin' nail. She didn't reach for it, didn't flinch. "If we're doing this," she said, "we finish at the Pinky." The figure nodded once, drew the bow across the strings. One note, discordant, warbled like a prayer sung wrong. Then, "Open the case, he left you something behind the photo." She unlatched the clasps, peeled back the photograph, weather-warped, corners browned. Behind it, a brittle envelope. Same wax, same skunk tail. She held it to the light. "If this smells like gasoline again," she said, "I'm calling the last of the shots." The fiddler smiled, slow, sad. "That's the deal. 1 envelope, 3 Pinkies. Then we either leave this place or we rot in hell." She broke the seal. Dirt, iron red and clotted with root and blood. A lock of hair curled at the bottom, coarser than hers. Older. She stared at it too long. That's how the bar started to fade, like smoke pulling back into its wick. She resealed it with the lighter she never used anymore, slipped it behind the photo. Then she stood, left the shots untouched. Outside, the river hummed beneath Dead Mare Crossing, waiting like it always had. For what was owed, ghosts get thirsty too.